Hey guys, be sure to check out the Mortar Pod, our weekly video podcast, and also check out the tutorial video for my board game, Travelers of Storia. Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're doing another Swiss Khans of Tarkir draft. We got Pearl Lake Ancient, 7 mana, 6/7, flash, can't be countered, prowess, and you can return it to your hand if you return 3 lands. Okay, it's a pretty reasonable card. I feel like it should have been unblockable instead of prowess. Doesn't prowess actually feel like, I don't know, seemingly unnecessary on this card? It's already a 6/7. Why would I want to? I don't know. I would have swapped prowess, I guess, but whatever. I don't even think I want to take it. It's a 7-drop, which typically aren't difficult to get, I would think. I'm a big fan of Horde Ambusher, though. Get for something aggressive. Get rid of a blocker. I think Arrow Storm probably just gets the pick, though, since who doesn't like burning faces, right? That's pretty good. So I think we're just going to take Arrow Storm, get that removal for a pretty reasonable price. Removal or kill spell. That's the, kill your opponent spell. Whatever. You get what I'm saying. Arrow Storm. Okay. Follow-up pick. Well, Teamer, I could take the Ice Feather Aven, which is a good card. Flyer that bounces things, very good. Singing Bell Strike is good. Mardu Skull Hunter is good too. And Armament Core is good, but it doesn't really go with the Aerostorm pick, whereas Ice Feather Aven technically can still go with the Aerostorm pick. And I like that it morphs and bounces things, so color scheme's fine. Singing Bell Strike is good too, but I think I'm going to take the Aven here. I guess if I do this and these colors pan out, I seem to do Rug or Teamer quite a bit, to be honest, but I want to play this Ice Feather Aven. I like this card. Morph guys that bounce things, that is good. Especially with all the Outlast or tokeny style spells in this format. I feel like it's good. Master the Way, draw a card. It's not bad. It's a little bit pricey. Seeker of the Way is very good. What's Mistfire Weaver do? 3/1, and it gives something hexproof. That's actually really good. That's actually just really insane. Hexproof in this format, like Feat of Resistance style thing. I guess Feat of Resistance isn't hexproof, but you get what I'm saying. Like basically countering one of their removal spells as a morph effect is, in my opinion, very powerful. And this is a 3/1 flyer. This card's just good. This card is just good. And I don't think we're passing anything too crazy for it, so I'm a big fan. Okay, now we can take the Woolly Loxodon, which I'm fine with. I actually like this card quite a bit. It's Act of Treason, another Seeker of the Way, which is definitely good. I think we're just taking the Woolly Loxodon. I'm a big fan of this card. I think it's very good. Very nice price on that. Alright, we can take Fixing here. We can take Long Shot Squad. There's also Mardu War Shrieker. I don't think we're taking the Fixing yet. I'd still like to just continue to pick up good cards. So really it's Long Shot Squad versus Mardu War Shrieker. I think I actually like the War Shrieker more, believe it or not. It's not that the 3 mana are something that I need, because I'm not even in white or black, but just being able to play War Shrieker into a Morph guy is, in my opinion, very powerful. So I think I'm just going to take that. Hill Giant plus a Morph guy or another red creature or something. It's just very good. I like it. War Shrieker is very good. Okay, so now we can take another Loxodon, which I'm probably fine with. There's also Rite of the Serpent in here, but it's not really going with our Teamer strategy. I'm not a huge fan of this Blazebringer either. I don't think it's all that good. No, it is an efficient 4/4. You only get 1 attack or block. Doesn't make it quite as good. Let's take the Loxodon. I guess Blazebringer is actually kind of good with like Savage. If you have like Savage Punches or something, you can use it as like a little fight stick. Yeah, let's take Loxodon number 2. I just like this card. It's just good. Alright, Scout the Borders, Dragon Grip. I think we're just taking the Bloodfire Expert. We're in green, so theoretically we could get some Savage Punches, and Bloodfire Expert is excellent with that. It also is a nice thing to ramp into. You get your 4-drop War Shrieker into a Bloodfire Expert, and get a nice board state going. So, yeah. I was getting worried there for a second. It was a really long pause in between picks here. Set Adrift, fine taken. Trumpet Blast, didn't quite work out for me last time, but that's all right. I don't think these are the colors for it anyway, so Set Adrift I kind of wanted to play anyway. I like this. It's a good card. Rite of the Serpent, Sidisi's Pet in here as well, and Ugin's Nexus, but yeah, Set Adrift it is. Perfectly fine with that pick. All right, we can take Scout the Borders. There's a chance we play it, now that we have a Delve card especially. So I'm fine with that. Nothing else really standing out to me. I guess Naturalize is pretty playable, but as a sideboard card, rather. Dragon Scale Boon I like. I think we might want the 2-drop, though. Kind of already got our late game a little bit on lockdown. I think I'm going to take the Sandbar. We're starting to get a pretty healthy mix of colors, but I think that's okay. I think it's wise to just get a good amount of early creatures. And I do tend to have a problem with that, so. All right, we'll take the Colossedon here. And none of these are on color. I guess we'll hate the Outlast guy. I don't know. I guess I can take the Warbanner, but not likely to play it. All right, whatever. Okay, so pretty good pack one, I think. Pretty happy with it. Got a couple morph guys. We got Reasonable Curve. Sultai Ascendancy. No, not feeling that. I like the Heir of the Wilds a lot. Otherwise, there's Archer, Prowler that are on color. Not really exciting for me, though. I think we'll just take the Heir of the Wilds. I think it's a good card. Death Touch is nice, and we have enough fatties to reasonably turn on that Ferocious ability a good amount of time. So, all right, I'll take it. I like this card. This is a good card, especially in this format with all the 4/4s. It's nice to have something that just blocks and kills anything. Jeskai Ascendancy, pump your creatures, and then whenever you cast, geez. That is a good card. I'm just not in white. So theoretically I could splash for that. But let me see what else we got here. We got this Warname Aspirant. That's pretty good. Got another Aerostorm, which I think I'm just going to take. There's also some fixing in here, but yeah, I like the Aerostorm. That's just a good card. Kill things or burn out your opponent's face. I like this card. It is 5 mana, but it's just, I don't know. I think it's very good. All right, Burn Away versus Bring Low. There's also there's also Savage Punch, I guess. Savage Punch works pretty well with, I mean, a good amount of our creatures, for sure. So I could just take that. Burn Away is another 5-drop, but 6 damage, kills pretty much anything in the format. Bring Low fits in our curve the best, but I don't think it's actually as good as Burn Away in this format, but it's still probably good enough to take here. I also have a Glacial Stalker, which is a pretty reasonable card. Or we can just take the Wind Scout, get some more. I don't know. It's actually kind of tough. More 3-drops. Could take the Savage Punch, which pumps. Could just take Burn, which is reasonable. I guess I'll take the Bring Low just for curving purposes. I think Burn Away is technically a better card, but I'm going to take the Bring Low. So now there's a Blazebringer. Yeah, this guy's on color. 5/5 trample is pretty reasonable. Otherwise, Singing Bell Strike is good as well. And Glacial Stalker's not bad. Glacial Stalker might even be easier to play than the Snowhorn Rider because it's not so color intensive. Maybe it's a moot point. I don't know. 5/5 trample's pretty good though. I mean, taking a 4/5 over a 5/5 trampler just because the mana is a little bit easier. I don't know if that's legitimate to me. I'm just gonna take the Snowhorn Rider. Alright, so now I can take Bloodfire Expert, Witness of the Ages. There's Embodiment of Spring, which helps us fix. But blue seems to be a bit light in this deck. Do seem to be focusing on the red-green. I don't mind Embodiment of Spring, though. Technically, it can still attack and activate your Arrow Storm, which is kind of cool. It's also Crippling Chill, which is a very good card for prowess purposes. 10 creatures in the deck. Could just take the Crippling Chill, I guess. I want the Bloodfire Expert too, though. I think I'm going to take the Expert. I like prowess a lot. Fills the curve a little bit better. Gives us another creature to work with. Alright, so we can take the Hexproofer. We can take the Weave Fate. We can take... I mean, Stubborn Denial is technically playable in here since we have quite a few. The Bloodfire Experts work really well with the Stubborn Denial, actually. It's pretty cool. But it's only non-creature spells. So it's like a negate for 1 mana. It's probably a little bit too iffy on that one. Too sketchy. Nothing else in here is too crazy, though. I guess we could just take the Weave Fate, but it doesn't really trigger prowess all that well. I guess I'm going Active Treason. When in doubt, take the Steal Your Creature effect. Well, I can take the Burn Away here pretty easily. Could also take the Wetland Sandbar, which is pretty reasonable, but I actually like the Burn Away, so I'm going to take it here. Valley Dasher, I think I'd rather have a Smoke Teller, since I would prefer to choose when I attack. So I'm cool with that. We can take the Archer, we can also take the Banner, we can also take the Prowler. Banner helps us, yeah, I think actually this looks like a Banner deck to me. We have quite a few high drops, we have no fixing currently. So I just like it. I think that's cool. I mean, a lot of these guys are morph, but that's no big deal. Alright, we'll take a Prowler here. I actually kind of like him. I don't think he's a bad card, especially since we're in the green. More Burn Away? You know, I actually like Burn Away quite a bit. It is 5 mana, though, but it is tough to deny a bunch of damage. Could also take the Glacial Stalker, which is a good card, no doubt. I think I'm going to take the second Burn Away. It's a lot of 5 drops, I understand, but that's a powerful card. Alright, I guess we'll take the Blazebringer just in case. I don't think we're main decking it, but... So we're up to 22 cards currently, so last pack we can really just start upgrading worse stuff. We can pretty easily minimize blue in this deck, because this is a morph guy. This is a 2-drop that we can pretty easily cut. So I think we can focus on the red-green. You know, I'll take a Witness of the Ages. Although, I guess... Actually, I think I'm going to take the Naturalize for the sideboard. I just want to make sure that we get one. In case there's just something nasty I can't deal with. Stubborn Denial. Yeah, I don't think we need it. Yeah, okay. So, I think we're likely cutting the Sandbar. This is blue, but the nice thing is it's easy to splash that. Much more reasonable to splash a morph card than it is to splash a 2-drop 2/1. Mistfire Weaver I still want to splash, I think, because it's got that protection in it. But I'd like to get some more early creatures now. I don't know if we need to scout the borders. I can probably cut that, even though it helps fix. I don't know if it's really what this deck needs. Probably isn't. I'd probably just rather do the Banner, even though we do have a Delve. Alright, well, I got to take the Wingmate Rock because I got like a million tickets for that last time I took it. Otherwise, my pick would probably be, I mean, Jeskai Elder's good, but it's blue splash. Maybe another Smoke Teller just to get more cheap effects, but yeah, I'm just going to take 12 tickets instead. Highland Game seems pretty reasonable. I'm going to take it over the 4-drop removal. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Let's just get some more early creatures. We actually have a very good amount of removal, so having all of this, and we have a good in-game plan. So we have a good in-game plan, we have a lot of removal. Let's just focus on our early game stuff. Really try and maximize our red and green spells, and then get our additional value from the blue spells. So we can bounce, we can hexproof, or we can put something on top. Another burn away? Well, I think that's probably too many. Quiet Contemplation, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you can pay 1 if you do tap target. It's kind of cool, actually. Do have quite a few non-creature spells, but they're kind of pricey on their own, which makes this a little bit more difficult to play. Not much else for us. I guess Tormenting Voice is a pretty reasonable card, so I'm going to take it. There's a chance we play it. Yeah, I think it's fine. Feeds your delve a little bit. Not that we have much, but I just think that many 5-drops, we're starting to get a little bit unreasonable. So let's lower the curve a bit here. Really start trying to focus on cheap creatures, which I have been doing this pack, but fixing would also be, I guess, pretty nice. So I hope I don't get any difficult spots where it's low drop creature versus fixing, because that's going to be difficult. But like I said, I think I can pretty easily minimize blue's impact in this deck. Nothing we have in blue is like a must play, you know? Sultai Flare is definitely a nice 4-drop. We can take a third Loxodon, but I actually like the life gain of Sultai Flare. I think it's good. Could also take the Embodiment of Spring, but we're blue splash, so that's much more awkward. Much more difficult to do. I think we'll just take the Sultai Flare. It is another 4-drop, but that's okay. I think it's worth it. It's a good card. I like the Loxodon too, but I want to diversify my deck a little bit. And alright, Winter Flame is good, but I'm not sure it's, considering we have no fixing, I don't know if it's worth it on Splash. So I think we're just going to take the Highland Game, which is in our main colors and is a nice 2-drop. Perfectly reasonable. Could take a second Smoke Teller, just get some more early drops. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Otherwise we can take Leaping Master, but we'll never be able to make it leap. So let's just focus on the cheap dudes. So we can start cutting stuff now, I guess, because we are getting enough creatures, which is good news. So these are all morph. Yeah. Maybe we don't need to main deck the Tormenting Voice. A lot of 2-drop green creatures, which I actually like. Our blue is pretty unexciting, I'm not going to lie. Makes me less wanting to do it. I like the Savage Punch quite a bit. We've got double Bloodfire Expert, which is very good with it. We also have the Woolly Loxodon, Tusk Colossadon. I think I want to take the Horde Ambusher, though, getting rid of a blocker, and we have enough early game where I think we can really... I think we can steamroll somebody, technically. Let me look at my removal. Act, sort of. Bring low. Double Burn Away, double Arrow Storm. That's quite a bit. I like the Savage Punch too, but I'm going to take the Horde Ambusher. I think we're basically red-green beats. Here I'll definitely take the Awaken the Bear. I guess I could take the Thornwood Falls, but I don't even have any blue that makes me want to splash it. I think we're legitimately playing red-green just because the blue cards I got. It's not that they're bad, because they're not, but I just think I can easily not play blue at this point. Like I need one more card and I've got a deck. Really? You know? Is there anything else I can bring in? Technically I can bring in that Blazebringer. I'm not thrilled about that, but it's playable. So I think we're just gonna... Yeah, I think we're just focusing on red-green here. So I can take another Smoke Teller, which is fine. Fine enough beater. Or else a 9-Oct Tracker, but let's get another 2-drop. I haven't really played 2-drop beatdown too much in this format, so I'd like to give it a try and see what I can do with it. And I guess we'll Take that. Some pretty reasonable blue cards in here, but none of them really matter. Guess I'll take that. Guess we'll take this. Alright, well, so 22. I can play the 3 mana 4/4, but I think I'm actually going to take the Tormenting Voice, because we seem like we can burn through our hand pretty quick, so I'm just going to play this as my 23rd card, and I think I'm just going to run it like this. I know you typically want to go 3-drop, but I just didn't get the fixing really this time around, and I don't feel like manipulating my mana base all for a card that can give me hexproof, a card that can bounce a creature. Though both of those are good, it doesn't seem like dramatically changing our mana base to make it work. It just doesn't seem worth it to me. But yeah, I mean, we look like we're actually pretty reasonable beatdown because we have burn spells to finish people off. We have quite a few 3-drops, a lot of morph dudes, right? And this guy's morph. Yeah, this looks all right. I mean, people have said it, and they make a good point. You really do want to be 3-color in this format, but I think I can make this work. Like I said, this deck actually has good finishers, believe it or not. We've got a nice aggressive early plan, and then our late game plan of Woolly Loxodon beats, or Tusk Colossadon beat, even Summit Prowler and Sultai Flare are reasonable beaters. Mardu Warshrieker looks very good in here. So our 2-drops are a little bit unexciting, I admit, but sometimes just pressuring early, doing a little spot removal to clean up, can really just make and break, change a game. And I just don't think these are worth splashing for. I just don't. I'm not feeling that. It's not that they're bad, because they're not. It's just not worth, in my opinion, not worth changing my mana base for them. Yeah, so our removal's pretty good. We got some Face Burn, we got Bring Low, double Burn Away, so we have like 5 pretty reasonable burn spells. We can get rid of a blocker, we can Active Treason, so all of those add up to this deck looks reasonable to me. Let's sort by color, so we're more green. Well, let's combine, I guess. I guess we're a pretty even split, so let's all of our 2-drops are green though, so I'm gonna err on the green side, I think. Which, why would they? I'm surprised they did it like the opposite of what I wanted. Yeah, so I'm gonna do 9/8, and I think I'm gonna run it like this. This deck's not particularly good, but that's okay. I think we'll still try it. Smoke Teller's just a grizzly bear, which admittedly is pretty unexciting, but its ability is not like, make or break it anyway. Yeah, admittedly, a little bit light on excitement with this deck, but I'm going to try it like this, and we'll see how we do. I'll see you round 1.